Hi, Tim. Thank you so much for taking out the time to share your experience of our 8-week sales mastery course here at the Abundant Accountant. Before we begin, I'd love it if you can share where you're at in the country and what type of firm you have and how long you've had it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Michelle.
Yes.
I'm in Florida. Um, I have a firm that I focus on tax resolution compliance,
Mhm.
generally a lot of bulk jobs to do multiple years of compliance, to catch up, to do some forensic work and in terms of recreating books, and then some tax planning and some continuing individual compliance with about 20% being business related, trying to build that area as well.
Awesome. And how long have you had your firm?
I've been full-time
Yeah.
working on my firm for about a year.
Cool.
Um, I was moonlighting for about 3 years before that.
Okay. Wonderful. So you had your firm for about a year and you're like, something's not right. So what was the biggest challenge that you were having, Tim, in your firm as it related to your sales process, or maybe you didn't even realize it was a sales process before you had reached out to us for help?
I think I had tried several things in terms of process efficiency, bringing on a new practice management software, hoping that that would be some kind of efficiency gain and I would be able to do work faster and then the metrics get better. Uh, and after kind of crunching the numbers and looking at the financials, I decided it's probably not that. Uh, and it's more related to sales and onboarding clients and marketing and needing better structures around that space.
Yeah. So other than the other technology things that you tried to add, was there any other solutions that you had tried to do to fix your sales before you had reached out that didn't work?
I think I tried the more old versions of marketing and networking. I joined a network marketing group like a BNI,
Mm.
thinking that, I just need to get out to more events. I need to
So you
connect with
actually
more
thought your
people.
sales problem was to be fixed by marketing,
You're
where
right.
marketing is just generating leads, where sales is converting, increasing prices, and changing the conversation we have with our clients. So you actually thought before, oh, that's interesting. You're like, oh, I have a sales problem, so I need to go do marketing. Is that what you thought?
Right. Yeah. I thought that's the only solution that you could just
And
need to
now
bring
how
more
do you
people in.
think, what is your definition and how do you think about sales now, knowing that the BNI group and networking was actually marketing activities, not sales activities?
Yeah, I think I have a clear differentiation between sales and marketing, and the understanding um, now versus before. And I think I thought of it in terms of exactly like you said, marketing and sales are the same.
Yeah.
And now I feel I have a sales process, I have an enrollment process. And it's been very successful. So
Yeah. And so now looking back, Tim, if you could share, how would you define sales to someone else who's a new firm owner, just like you, who thinks that they need to go fix their sales problem by going to networking, getting leads, and doing marketing, which now you've clearly understand there's two completely separate things. They go hand in hand, but you didn't even have a sales process. So how would you share that in your own words today to another brand new firm owner?
yeah, I think it's easy to kind of fall into the same practices as before if you
Mhm.
don't catch yourself consistently. And I would say the typical attempt that every client or referral partner tries to get is they give you your number or your email to somebody else,
Yeah.
and you start just troubleshooting for the client. Um, and that's not a sales process. Um, and that's what I used to do. And now I have steps to take them through enrollment and to determine if they're a good fit for me or not.
Yeah.
And that's completely different.
It is completely different. So
Yeah.
I know it was completely different, but I also know you were very skeptical and very kind of nervous about taking this step and enrolling with the Abundant Accountant and our 8-week sales mastery course. So can you share what were those skepticisms and fears that you had before you took the plunge and went all in? And then we'll get into your wins and successes. But obviously, there's a lot of coaches out there and a lot of things out there. So if you could share your experience and what it was like going through that thought process when you were like, like, I don't know what I
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. I think I had, so my brother is in consulting and he's done commercial real estate sales. So he has sales experience. He has extensive sales experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he recently was trying to do some kind of sales coaching. So he gave me a pitch deck of like, this is what we need to focus on. And it seemed very generic. And um, although he was probably trying to help and he probably knows how to do what needs to change, it didn't feel industry specific.
Mm.
And I think that was more comforting in your delivery as I knew you from being around accountants.
Yeah, we only work with accounting,
And
tax, and bookkeeping firm owners. We
yeah,
only teach sales to you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that was huge for me. Knowing that seeing that other people have had success
Mhm.
and 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 hearing the testimonials. I mean, that was it. My
Watching
main
these
fear,
videos.
yeah, yeah, and I think my main concern going in was what's this investment going to be, um, and but I think I had crossed all the hurdles that you were the right fit.
Mm. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. So, what made you decide to make the investment and push forward?
At the time we had our enrollment call, we were I was starting the season. I think I was in a place where I needed to see success in the next 6 months.
Yeah, or you were
Uh,
gonna have to go get a job, remember?
or yeah, or I was going to go back to my cushy corporate upper middle management Fortune 150 job. It was great. It was easy kind of
Yeah.
feeling comparatively to being a business owner where you need to compete for sales and manage multiple things.
Yeah.
Um, I think not having this knowledge was
Mhm.
almost going to be in retrospect, I would say to myself, if you don't do this, you're doomed.
Mhm.
Um, because you don't know how to sell.
Yeah.
You don't know your value.
Yeah. And how, Tim, would you share that with another newer firm owner watching this? Like pretend you saw this video, 8 weeks ago or 9 weeks ago.
Yeah, I
How would
would.
you share that in evaluating if this coaching program is right for them and they are brand new, but like you said, it's like this piece that you didn't know what you didn't know.
Yeah, I think I worked really hard to create a digital presence because a lot of my clients are around the country, and I don't have a brick and mortar office. So
Mhm.
I tried to create great branding, great digital experience, and I thought, it should sell itself. Um, and I thought that was a great value proposition. But at the same time, when it came to the sales and enrollment,
Mhm.
I was undervaluing myself and
Mhm.
not knowing how to ask for more or ask for the value that I feel I'm worth and I know I'm worth.
And getting
Uh,
paid up front, ask for the money up front too for you, right?
yeah, yeah. Not knowing how to have that conversation is it's a very important conversation. So being able to manage that process and those conversations
Mm-hmm.
has been an absolute change.
Yeah. So share with us what has been your successes and amazing wins that you've had in just the last 8 weeks, if you summed them up.
Yeah, so in 8 weeks, it's busy season when we're recording this. So it's been tough. It's been a tough time to do the course. I'm fortunate that I've at least one really good referral partner um, that sends me work in bulk, big engagements, but I found that I was underpricing them. And working through the 8 week class, I've at least realized 15 to 16,000 worth of additional revenue. Um, and then also collected about 5,000 in uh, accounts receivable that I didn't really think I could see a path forward that I can monetize um, one or two client relationships per month and uh, make a comfortable year.
Yeah. You can have your own cush corporate job that you created for yourself. And I think
Yeah.
my internet cut out. So can you repeat what you said about the AR you collected?
Yeah. Yeah. It
I
was
don't
about
think you thought
5,000
was
of
possible.
Yeah, it was about 5,000 of accounts receivable that I didn't think I was going to collect.
I remember I challenged you on that. I'm like, oh, they're all going to pay you. You just need a different approach.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think just I mean even in the coaching calls, some of the wording that just you and your team kind of help us through uh hey, you're not getting a good response. Well, try this, try saying it this way. And most people are respectable. You just need to touch the right nerve.
Yeah. Love that. Touch the right nerve. It's so true. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tim, for sharing that. I'd love it if you could share, because you are a process person and you are, you created your website and you've got all these like techie things, on point with your firm, and you thought that was going to solve the problem. What did you like best about working with us here at the Abundant Accountant? And what do you feel was kind of the thing that you're like, oh, I had no idea that I didn't need more techie stuff? Or I think you thought that part of a sales process was going to get added to your tech stack, right? Love it if you could
Yeah.
share with other firm owners your experience now that you went through our 8 week sales mastery course. What was the expectation? And then what was the reality, and how you see like, wow, it was kind of different because you didn't know what you didn't know.
Yeah, I think when I thought of going back, when I was thinking of sales process, I was thinking more of like sales menus
Mm.
and creating sales menus with a digital UI. Uh, you know, that's all nice and great, but it's not necessary. And that was made clear in the workflows that you have, that you set the groundwork for students of the class to kind of, this is what I need from you, this is what you need to build, this is what you need to do, and it doesn't need to be high tech. Um, you just need to get results from your clients, and you need to get the right words out to your
Yeah,
clients.
because we teach relationship-based selling. So it's
Yeah,
conversational, no menus, no digital PDA, like nothing, right? So
yeah, yeah.
I
It was
love
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, what words of wisdom would you share with another newer firm owner who, might be like you, out trying to do networking, trying to get marketing leads, fixing their website and doing all this stuff, to now what you realize? What would you share with someone else who's really thinking and serious about taking their firm to the next level, so they can either quit their job or like you not have to go back.
Yeah.
They want a
I
successful firm, but why has this been such a 180 for you?
I've said it to several business clients, some that are really close with, that I'm really close with. Um, I said it recently to one of those other business owners, not having a sales process, not having an understanding of the sales relationship,
Mhm.
is it's a death sentence for your business. It's the most important thing you should do right now.
Mm.
Um, and I think when we met a year before I actually enrolled, and
And
I
what would you
thought,
say a year when we
do
actually
it
met
now.
to the year that later when you enrolled?
Yeah, I would have said do it now. Don't wait. Don't try and figure it out yourself. Don't, worry about all the extra stuff. If it's the investment you're worried about, it'll come back. You know, you're you're planting seeds with this, and you're gonna grow a garden, you know, that you're gonna probably have trouble maintaining eventually.
You'll need a
So
landscaping company. You'll need all
yeah,
this stuff, right? Yeah. Once you get this foundation and process in place in a firm, because
yeah,
that's what creates other problems like having to hire people and you have growth problems at that point once you get really good at this skill set.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Tim, for sharing. Is there anything else that you want to share with other firm owners that maybe I didn't ask you the question of, but you feel compelled to share before we wrap up today?
Um, yeah, I think just touching back on I was moonlighting, so this was like a side gig. I think even in that space when I was always concerned about networking too much because it would put pressure on me and my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Um, I would say I probably could have done this course while I was still at my 9 to 5 corporate job, and it would have set me up better to launch into my launch into my firm. So I would say don't wait. It may seem like a big step, um, but it's totally worth it, uh, undeniably.
Thank you so much, Tim, for taking out the time to share your experience with other firm owners. And I'm so proud of all of the work that you've done. I'm so glad you're never going back to corporate. So, and I'm happy that your wife, didn't you say your wife was really proud of you or something? What did she say?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there were moments, when you have a good sales call, you have a good relationship that an enrollment call, and you leave it and you just feel like you stuck the landing, and you asked for what you wanted,
Hmm.
and you're getting it,
Hmm.
and that makes everybody happy. So,
Including
uh,
your family. So that was, I know, really
absolutely.
important when we first spoke.
Yeah, and she saw the change in kind of how I was talking about uh sales and the sales relationship and the relationship with the client. And she could sense that it was different, and there was a different kind of confidence and understanding of the relationship on a deeper level, and the value proposition. So
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tim, for taking out the time to share your experience. It's an honor to have seen your growth, and I look forward to continuing to work together too.
thank you, Michelle.